As the green beans stormed the Roblox Squid games, innocent players were left to suffer. Anyone who wasn't one of them was forced to bite the dust. Now it's up to me and my crew to hunt down and wipe out every last one of those gremlins. Because sabotage is a privilege reserved solely for me. So I gave this lil boy just a light tap on the shoulder and sent him flying to the shadow realm. My boys, on the other hand, did the same, using their muscular grip to send the green goblin back to his place. On my way to the end, I swept this jelly bean away from my personal bubble. Next time, you probably shouldn't get too close. But then a poor boy was struck down by mischievous goblins. His end was tragic, but vengeance was mine to claim. I stepped forward for my grand picture, only to be assaulted by the blinding glare of hideous green monkeys. Their glow nearly melted my eyes, forcing me to retreat and hide like a shadow to preserve my vision. Soon came the death sentence of Dalgona, and fate handed me the cursed umbrella. Yet with perfect precision and unmatched aura, I carved it apart with ease. Now take a look at all these green maggots rage-baiting the poor guard. He probably wants to shoot each and every one of them just like I did. I then grabbed a guard and hurled him straight into the swarm of green boys, where he terminated them effortlessly, showering bullets through their large foreheads. Then once I got my precious food, I immediately looked for these jelly beans in the men's bathroom. But out of nowhere, I was slammed against the wall and thrown through the floor with no mercy. So quickly, I patched myself up with a bandage and voted for hide and seek. And unfortunately, the game placed me as the hider. Naturally, I had no complaints, so I simply walked my way to victory. The same, however, could not be said for this poor boy. We reached jump rope, and to prove how ridiculously simple it was, I spun mid-air like a literal ballerina cappuccina, defying the very laws of physics, and reached the other side with no reaction. Finally came my favorite game. Glass Bridge, my territory. I aura farmed across smoothly, gliding from pane to pane without even using the dash ability. The green beans could only watch as they crumbled into nothingness. Twinkle, twinkle, mingle star. First round, I had to be isolated from the others, so I said goodbye and strolled confidently into a room as expected. Afterwards, we were assigned for 3, so us handsome gentlemen stepped into the room looking like professional businessmen. We came physically and mentally prepared for this day. So at last, the final round, we handed out L's like charity, leaving the green beans humiliated and reminded exactly who they were dealing with. Finally, the Sky Games, and it's finally time to end these boys once and for all. Quickly then, I pressed the button and grabbed the long stick with my bare hands. My teammate was getting pressed by this blockhead of a boy, until one of the greenies punched him and I threw the long stick right at their face, knocking them down to the abyss. Only one green boy remained, and we gave him some words of encouragement. Just kidding, he was cooked. Now at the triangle tower, and I grabbed the long stick again and aimed it for the green boy, but accidentally hit one of my teammates. I promised that boy we would win together. Furious, I vented on this green boy, giving him the Indian massage treatment, deleting half of his health bar. The final round has begun. So without a second to waste, I smashed the boy to the ground, making him eat the floor. Then with one final punch, my duo threw the pole and launched the gremlin to the shadow realm. We paid our respect by giving him back what he owned, so you better like and subscribe.